guys, welcome back to Cooking with Magic. As always, please like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. If you are ready to book your next Walt Disney World trip, Universal, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, anything like that, you can always reach out to me. Email me at lee@magicourway.com. Facebook, you can find me at facebook.com/Lastovica Travel. That's Lastovica Travel. You can find me on Instagram at You Got a Friend in Lee Travel. So today we're going to be making tres leches cake, 3 milk cake. So sometimes I try to find a specific Disney recipe to make, and then sometimes I just feel like making something and I'm like, hey, I bet you they serve that at Disney somewhere. And that's what happened this time. Tres leches is like a very basic dessert you'll find at just about any Mexican restaurant. This particular recipe I got from the Disney website under their recipes, and it's basically from the Food and Wine Festival from the Mexico Pavilion. But again, it's a pretty popular dessert. Just about any Mexican restaurant anywhere USA is going to have this dessert. So it's a 3 milk cake, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 things today. We're going to make the cake, then we're going to make the milk that goes on top of the cake, and then we're going to cover that cake with the milk with whipped cream, which we're going to make our own whipped cream. You could just use Cool Whip or whipped cream yourself, but if you want to know how to make whipped cream, it's super easy. It's just sugar, heavy cream, and vanilla. So it's going to be really easy to make. So to make the cake, you need a couple things. We've got a 1.5 cups of cake flour. We've got a cup of sugar, but divided. So we got 1/2 cup and 1/2 cup. We've got 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of, what is it called? Cream of tartar. All right. So that is going to go with the cake. You've got 8 egg yolks and 8 egg whites divided. Okay, so we're going to incorporate all that to make the cake. And then for the topping or the milk, the 3 milks, you've got coconut milk, sweetened condensed milk, and again whipped cream. So that's a cup of whipped cream, heavy whipping cream, yes. And then just for fun, a 1/4 cup of white rum. Okay, so that's all going to go into the mix. So yeah, let's get started. Let's start with the flour. Again, we got 1.5 cups of cake flour. And we've got 2 tablespoons of baking. All right, and then let's sift that together into the bowl. Okay, so you just need a real fine mesh strainer. And just sift it until it's all gone out of the strainer. Okay, so while we're doing all that, make sure you've got your oven preheated to 350. That's what you're going to need for the cake itself. So we're going to take the egg yolks, okay, throw those in there, along with 1/2 cup of sugar. Okay, get all that mixed up. All right, so once that looks a little bit like that, we're going to take all that out, put it in the mixing. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with the egg whites, that cup of sugar, and the cream of tartar. One thing I forgot to mention, make sure you clean the bowl out from any excess egg yolks you had before. Okay, I'm going to whip that up. So you just want it to be kind of foamy. You don't want it to be like whipped cream or anything like that, just a little bit foamy. And then we're going to incorporate this into the egg yolks. All right, so you got your yolks. We're going to take the whites and incorporate it into the yolks. Okay, so just a little bit at a time. About 1/3. Mix it together. Or what you call folding it in. About 1/3. And then the last. And then we're going to do the same with the flour. So put about 1/3 of it in there. Okay. Fold it in. Another 1/3. Fold it in. And then fold the rest in. Alright, so we got all the flour in there. Everything's incorporated. We're going to pour this into our cake pan. And just throw it in here, 350 for about 30 minutes. Okay, so 2 things. First, go ahead and clean out that mixing bowl that you were using on the stand. Get it nice and clean. We're going to actually put this in the freezer until we're ready to make our whipped cream. It's going to make the whipped cream flow up a lot easier when it's cold. Okay, so put that in the freezer while you're waiting. Next, we're going to put the milks together. So we've got the sweetened condensed milk. And this, honestly, you're just trying to get as much out as you can. And it keeps going, and it keeps going. So if you got like a little handy scraper or anything like that, try to get all of that in there, because you don't want to waste any of this sweetened condensed milk. This is the best part. Okay. And again, a cup of heavy whipping cream, coconut milk, and your rum. So let's just get all that in there and mix it up. Okay, so let's put the milk mixture in the fridge until the cake's done, and we're going to put our mixing bowl in the freezer again for our whipped cream. Okay. Don't drop it. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes. Looks pretty good. Yeah, and you can tell it's like nice and firm. Okay, all right, so give yourself some little holes. And then we're just going to pour that milk mixture on top of it, okay? And once that's done, put it in the fridge and let that cool off. Okay, so got our mixing bowl out of the freezer. We've got a cup of heavy whipping cream. And we've got 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, vanilla extract. Okay. So you're just going to crank this all the way up. Half a teaspoon. I just kind of give it a little bit like that. Boom, that should be good. And we're just going to whip this up until it looks like whipping cream. So let's hope that's enough for this whole cake. I don't know if I might need to make some more. Yeah, I think we got enough. It's gonna have to make it last. Make it spread out. Oh crap! I just stabbed it. The Patches want some ice cream? The Patches want some? Ooh, yeah, buddy. Oh, you're dropping it on the floor.
You're dripping, Patches. You're dripping.
You're dripping, Patches. You're dripping.
He gets his.
It's not helping.
Go ahead. All right, so let's get Amanda to get the official first taste test.
It's good.
So it's, if you don't realize this, the whole cake is going to be filled with that milk.
I like it soggy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little soggy, but it's also just kind of like a sponge cake.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, all the pores have those 3 milks in it. So, and you can put what you want on top. We did a strawberry, pecans, blueberries, coconut, You could do like a caramel drizzle.
Yeah, pineapple too. Some people
Yeah,
like
whatever.
pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple.
Peaches.
Any kind of fruit is really good. So, yeah.
I think it's really good.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Well, that is the Tres Leches cake from Epcot Food and Wine Festival. All right. Let me give it a shot here. Tres Leches. That's pretty good. So, if you'd like to go to Epcot Food and Wine Festival and try this for yourself, you can always reach out to me. You can email me at lee@magicourway.com. Check out the Facebook page at facebook.com/Lastovica Travel. That's Lastovica Travel. Instagram, you can find me at You Got a Friend in Lee Travel. And if you do that, we'll get you hooked up and booked up.